When Isaac comes and sits, I'm going to do that.
It's just like you're presenting.
Okay, we are live, everybody.
Alright.
We are live and
Hello.
you can't see us yet
Now you
because we
We're
haven't
John Cena.
transitioned.
There we
That's
go.
actually our father, is John
Oops.
Cena.
I didn't mean to already plus. Oh, well, yes. Hello, everybody. You know me. Okay, no, you don't, but you know who I am. I'm Issa J, your Smart Wrestling Alliance heavyweight champion. And on one side, I have.
DJ.
And the other.
Liam Landry.
And shooting with the Smarky family. Let's get this podcast started.
Episode 11, huh? Or 10.
That's 10.
Where's your title?
It's on there.
Huh?
I said, oh, it's on there.
Oh, you brought it up again.
Oh, that title. My championship, you mean?
Wait. After tonight, I'm going to get it. Don't forget. We do have a pay-per-view in a few hours.
He's planning on stealing the title?
Yes.
Oh,
Hey, why can't I win it fair and square for once?
I don't know, why can't you?
That is true. I left myself open for that.
That's for the 3-time champion. I'm going to be tonight when I win that
3 times?
3 times. Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We like to start the show with, how was your week? It's not a segment. It's just letting you guys know how our week was. So, Liam, you had quite the week, so you get to start off.
Yes, for this opening segment about our weeks, I'm going to talk about my recent trip. I went up to New York City. Yeah, anyways, did a lot of great stuff there. Saw the Statue of Liberty. Went on the subway. Ate pizza.
Pizza.
Had pizza on the subway, though. You know.
Oh, man.
Then the pizza ride's going to get you. That's how he strikes.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. And then, had a lot of, some good food there, some nice sights, saw some museums. And, overall it was really nice. One thing last night, after I got back and everything, but last night that you might be interested in, I watched my first episode of My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a nice show. So overall, it was a good week.
Yeah.
Next week won't be as good because I had to work.
I didn't have a bad week. Work was kind of boring, but I found out that on Issa's STP page for YouTube that I'll be doing a football segment. So
Skeleton Productions.
There you go. So check that out come September. So, but other than that, not a bad week. SmackDown was a good show. Oh, wait, that's not up on the channel yet, so y'all don't know about that yet.
No, my week consisted of starting and getting halfway through the series iZombie.
Oh, cool.
Fun show. I really, really dig it. Really good concept. And has a lot of meta humor, which is fun. And Power Rangers in it, so that's always nice. That's pretty much it. But I am about to start and do an episode by episode late reaction of Attack on Titan. Don't know if you've seen it, that show.
That full episode. I've seen some parts of episodes.
Yeah, I've seen parts of the episode. So if you wanted to be on that show with me on our sister page, Skeleton Productions, which is more of like the act, like that we are the Smart Wrestling Alliance is an associate to Skeleton Productions. Skeleton Productions oversees everything. So if you want to see it on the overall page, we have a lot of anime stuff, and we're going to be doing a lot more on that one.
No wrestling stuff though on Skeleton, right?
Unless you do a wrestling anime.
Then we can cross promote.
Maybe do Tiger Mask.
Or that wrestling with
I want to
Red
be in the
did.
strongest in the world. Yeah, that's the name of it.
All right.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that was our week, everybody.
Awesome.
Thanks for watching that.
now the podcast is over.
Oh man, it only lasted 10
Until
minutes.
next time.
Hey, you always complain about it going for too long.
Hey, shut up.
Anyways, let's get on to our first segment, which is news outside the WWE. You want to kick us off there, DJ?
Yeah, why not? We're going. I've been talking a lot about All In, so we have the. Do we know if the Nick Aldis and Cody Rhodes match is on?
We do not.
Or we don't know if that's on yet. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he did win the ROH championship, so it might not, but then Flip Gordon might win the NWA championship.
So it might
not matter.
Okay.
So, yeah, it could be Flip versus Cody.
Okay, and then we have, can you say these names on the second one?
Kazuchika Okada
Versus Marty Scurll.
Marty Scurll, okay. I don't know anything about this guy.
I'm a resident Japanese speaker.
Is that going to be, anybody know
Totally
good match?
whitewashed. Well, yeah, I mean, Okada is one of the best wrestlers in the world. Scurll is a fairly good wrestler as well. So, it should come together pretty
I think
good
they're going
match.
to do a bloody fantastic match. And it's crazy how that was the first match officially announced for the show. So that's really cool.
And this will, if y'all don't know, All In will feature wrestlers from the independent circuit, New Japan, Ring of Honor, and Impact Wrestling. And it's the first wrestling event of its kind to sell 10,000 tickets since 1993. So should sounds like a lot of wrestlers are coming. Don't exactly know how many matches yet. They will be. This will be televised in some shape or form, streamed in some shape or form. Maybe televised. Don't know. That was announced that it will be. We'll just have to wait and see how it is, and I will let y'all know as soon as that happens. So it might find out on when I do one of my SmackDown segments, I might mention that too. So if it comes up during that week, so just to keep y'all up to date. So
they just announced their broadcast team.
Yeah,
I didn't really know anyone except for the one guy from New Japan.
Yeah,
so
I don't remember if I recognize anybody. I have to go look again.
It's a pretty big team up, so I think they're probably going to do multiple languages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's really,
Coda.
really cool. Just waiting for the announcement for which streaming service they're going to use.
Yeah. You had something to add there?
Yeah. That's the broadcast team.
Alicia Atout, Cyrus Overhuge, Sean Mooney, Ian Riccaboni, Shut Up Excalibur, Real Bobby Cruz, and Justin Roberts.
Ian Riccaboni. Oh, well, Justin Roberts. I know Justin Roberts.
Yeah,
he's from WWE, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 people. So that's a pretty big.
Yeah, that's why I said it's going to be probably multi-language. Because they're not going to have all 7 on the broadcast team.
Talking about New Japan, my piece of news this week is if you've seen the G1 special, you would have seen Hiromu Takahashi take one nasty looking move.
Yeah.
And everyone was fearing that his neck might be broken. But as of right now, there are signs saying that his neck did not actually get broken. He did not need to get any kind of surgery, and he's going through rehab right now. He had a little Twitter post basically saying that he's fine with like a card, and his head popped off of his body. He has one sick sense of humor.
If you know Takahashi, then you understand it.
Yeah, he has a dark sense of humor. I think he's probably a fan of Cyanide and Happiness. But I'm so glad to hear that he's doing okay. Here's to a super quick recovery. And Takahashi, do not do something like that ever again.
I think that move should be outlawed. Liam showed me a picture of it.
We're going to talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, but sorry about that. No, but Liam showed me a picture of it when he hit his head, and he told me how he did the move. It's like I'll let him describe it, but it just looked. I just when you hit your head, it hurts. I mean, so yeah. You want to describe the move for people who don't know?
Like I said, since Issa's going to bring it up in a later thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. You'll talk about it then. Okay.
Yeah, we'll just talk about it then.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll just say, real happy for Takahashi. One of the best wrestlers out there.
Right.
Always does dangerous stunts. I don't think it's going to stop him. But I'm sure he's probably going to still be Takahashi out there. But he does what he wants to do in the ring, and glad to see he's not.
That's the one thing about independent wrestling. They let you do what you want to do mostly, from what I can tell. So, okay, what you got?
Okay, I was going to have the update for the G1 Climax.
All right.
G1 Climax 28. They already had the first 2 nights, so all of Block A and B have gone through their first matches. So we'll start off with Block A. Your winners from there was Tanahashi, Maccabee, Elgin, White, and Page. And from Block B, the winners were Goto, Ishii, Omega, Ibushi, and Tonga. Yeah, so going with some of the intro. I haven't seen the night 2, as I was saying, going over the night 1 though.
Okay.
It had some really great matches in there, and a lot of great stories being set up there. I said before Page won, he actually won via a disqualification because both the Gorillas of Destiny, Taoloa and Tamatonga, both came out and interfered with the match he had with Bad Luck Fale. So he actually won by disqualification, which is a pretty rare thing. I think they said the last G1 they only had 1 disqualification win.
Okay.
Then they also have some injury storylines kind of building up with Minoru Suzuki, Tanahashi, and Elgin. Elgin's arm and Tanahashi's and Suzuki's legs. They're kind of playing off of that. They're a lot with this Bullet Club Civil War going on, a lot of stuff with the injury type things, and a lot of stuff with chaos. Between them dueling. So a lot of great storylines set up from there. Like I said, I haven't seen night 2, so they probably continued with that trend. A lot of great wrestling as well. So
any surprise wins?
I would say the Jay White win was probably a surprise over Okada. It was a contested finish, kind of. In the match, the ref got knocked out right before Okada hit the Rainmaker. So he clearly pinned him for more than 3 seconds, but since the ref was out, he didn't do that, and Jay White went up and hit with a low blow onto Okada and was able to get his finisher in and get the win.
Troubles in Chaos Paradise?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something there, and it's like, who would they follow, the leader, Okada, or, Jay White?
Mm-hmm.
From Rocky Romero, who's a part of Chaos, he was on the commentary team. So, and from his point of view, it definitely seems like they're still behind Okada. But
yeah,
is it storyline purposes they did that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
Also,
any comments?
Maybe not as much.
Gonna check out some of those matches. That's my comments.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not a huge surprise, but maybe kind of compared to what people, I think Elgin was probably a surprise going over Evil in their first match. And beyond that, I think most of everyone else kind of went what way people would think it was going.
Mm-hmm.
Or it was just so even that either one could win, like, say, Tanahashi or Suzuki.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Or Naito versus Omega. I think
and that makes it more fun to watch because you don't know who's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
If WWE would do that, it would make it a lot more fun. We all know about that, so.
Yeah, so you know some more of these people. Who do you think would you say is going to win the G1?
No, I've been watching a lot of Stephen Larson, and at the moment they're saying Ibushi and Tanahashi are going to the finals, with Ibushi going over. that would be really cool because Golden Lovers at the Tokyo Dome. But yeah, honestly, I would like. It's kind of weird that Omega's in the G1 Climax, but if he wins, does that mean he has to face himself?
It's an honor thing. You know,
Okay.
it's always a big honor to be in there and win, and only the champion's always in there.
Okay. It's just an interesting storytelling device, I'm guessing.
Yeah, because the G1 Climax is used at whoever wins that gets a match at Wrestle Kingdom. So it normally doesn't even matter too much about that because another trend at Wrestle Kingdom is that the champion always wins.
Yeah.
So I think everyone basically goes for the honor of winning the G1 special or G1 Climax.
Yeah, and then I mean, Zack Sabre Jr. with what he did at Super Juniors was impressive. Was it Super Junior? No, it wasn't. It was the other tournament.
Jacob.
Yeah, the Jacob. That was impressive.
Yeah, he won the Jacob, and like I was telling Issa beforehand, he's brought in a Michinoku driver into his arsenal, and it's much like how Takahashi brought in the Triangle Choke during the Best of the Super Juniors. That's always kind of a way that people reinvent themselves and get on a good tear is by bringing in a new move. He lost his first match, but that doesn't really matter that much. Takahashi lost the first one or even both his first two matches in Best of the Super Juniors and ended up winning. So
there's a lot of wrestling to be had, without a doubt. So who did he lose to in the first match?
He lost to Ibushi.
Okay, yeah. If it's not I feel like if it's not Ibushi, it might be Zack. That would be really cool, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, so I guess that's the end of the news outside of the WWE. And we're going to go straight into the news inside the WWE. And as of right now, there's nothing concrete about it. It's just rumors and speculation from what I'm aware of. But the rumors are saying that the WWE is going to have an all-women's pay-per-view. Now, we don't know if it's going to be a shadow thing where it's just like this past Madison Square Garden show.
Like a house show?
Yeah, like a house show. Or if it's going to be a network special on the network like the Mae Young Classic will be. So we're trying to figure out what that is. But reports are saying that it's going to be main roster NXT, and they're bringing in some new talent, which will, I guess, come into yours. Or not some new talent, well, indie talents, and then bringing back a major talent, which comes into yours. But yeah, if this is real, I think that'll be really cool. It's a little bit too little too late in a way, but I'm really excited for it because I really do love good women's wrestling. So we'll see what happens.
I can see how they can commercialize this and make it in October and make it about breast cancer awareness.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be cool. I would like it because you get to see some old timers, some of the older wrestlers come back, maybe, because they definitely don't have enough women, I don't think, to do an all women's pay-per-view. And I think a lot of the matches will be, tag matches. Because if you do one-on-one matches, that would be a lot of matches. So I don't know exactly how they would do this. Do you think it will be streamed on the network?
It's possible. I hope they do, but we'll see.
I hope so. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see.
I'm going to my story next, and what he was saying is that it goes into my story because it doesn't really make sense the way you were saying it before.
My bad.
Yeah, but anyways, I was going to talk about former WWE Divas champion. Yeah, she won the Divas champion, right?
It's very possible.
I'm sure she has. Back with AJ Lee. But anyways, former WWE Diva Caitlyn is making her return to the WWE in the Mae Young Classic #2. So that it's a real great thing there. It was pretty upsetting when she left because she was there with AJ as two of the best women in there.
Yes, she is a WWE Divas Champion.
Yeah, I was remembering that, but yeah. So she's really great female wrestler, and it was, like I said, pretty sad when she left. She went to focus on her athletic wear brand, and since then, I don't think she's done any wrestling really. But anyways, she's gonna be back in the Mayan Classic #2. A real big name for that, and yeah, I don't know if this is gonna go into a full-time return for her, but it could always happen. What do you guys think about it?
When Caitlyn was fighting about 3 or 4 years ago, she was, like you said, really good on top of her game, and I'd like to see her fight more if she's in shape for it. I mean, WWE does need more women. The roster's kind of thin, so on that part. But what do you think, Issa?
I'd like to see her because I don't remember her. So I would like to see her so that way I can basically get to know her. She came in at the time where, because I had a weird break. It was like I was watching, and then there was a mini break, and in the mini break, Caitlyn was doing way more. And then when AJ Lee came into the picture, that's when I started watching again. Mm-hmm. AJ Lee, Paige, and once they left, I just took a massive break and only watched pay-per-views whenever I had the time or I could. So yeah, she was around that weird in-between time where I just missed a lot of her stuff, unfortunately. So I'd like to see her come back and be in the all-women's pay-per-view and in the Mae Young Classic and go pretty far just to see what I missed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like I said, back in the time, AJ Lee and Caitlyn were just kind of the two tops in that women's division. Coming from that really terrible all-women's NXT season that they had. But they still shine because of, she has great athletic ability. Mm-hmm. And she's definitely still in shape. I would say she's in better shape since I've seen her. It helps being the owner of an athletic brand company.
Your news?
I forgot it. Actually.
Was it the Nikki Cross thing?
Yes.
About what? Her coming back?
That she's been spotted on the live house show event.
Oh, I don't know anything about it, but okay.
Well, DJ's news is that
Nikki Cross is apparently coming back. I gotta look that up.
Nikki Cross, who's in NXT, has been doing the main roster house circuit. So she's been showing up on house shows there, which can speculate the idea of her moving up to the main roster and using this as a testing.
Yeah, and her hopefully being back with Sanity, because we need Nikki Cross and Sanity because it doesn't feel right without her. Look at them. They've already lost 2 matches for no reason.
Yeah, it's because she's not there to attack the other people.
Exactly. We miss you, Nikki. We need you, Nikki.
And she has to be insane because she's crazy. Is it insane?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so what was the next segment?
Our next segment is the best segment our next category, really, is the best segment of WWE. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just our favorite segments / matches that we saw within the week. DJ?
I'm going to go with the AJ Styles Nakamura match. I will, you'll get more of that on my review of this week's SmackDown, which was a really good one. But AJ Styles fighting Nakamura, and you would have thought this match hadn't happened, almost 10 times now? Would have been boring, but actually was pretty good. With Rusev fighting AJ for the World Heavyweight Championship tonight. He was on commentary, and we had some ring action where Aiden English got hit once by AJ, and then AJ moved out the way and Nakamura hit him with a kick, and that started Rusev somebody got disqualified. I forgot who exactly, and we just had Jeff Hardy come out, and it was really a really good match with them two. I'm kind of mad that it ended in a disqualification, but it did, and Paige came out like Teddy would have and made it a tag match with Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles. Stop making me mess up. Rusev and Shinsuke, the four of them fought in a tag match. Wasn't as good as the AJ versus Shinsuke match, but it was good nonetheless. Rusev did get over and won that match, so it was really good. I'm glad all four of them got to fight, and even in English got mixed in there. So, what anything?
I didn't watch it.
Didn't think so.
I heard good things about it, so.
Okay.
My favorite was Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. And yeah, Dolph Ziggler was at the edge to be a distraction later on. He's not good at distracting, though. Well, he kind of is. It's kind of not. Anyways, this match started off pretty slow. Wasn't my favorite. It was basically a lot of Drew McIntyre throwing Seth around and Seth trying to get a little bit, but virtually getting nothing. And it almost felt like, oh crap, it's going to be one of your typical John Cena matches. Yay. But they do turn it around, and they give Seth a lot of good offense in the middle to end area, and it just builds up and builds up to the point where you get so invested in this match between both of these guys where you're just like, holy crud, what's going to happen? One of the coolest spots I have ever seen. Drew McIntyre's in the Tree of Woe. He goes down, he knocks his head, because dude, he's a big dude. He just knocks his head when he goes down, and he's in the Tree of Woe. Seth Rollins is getting to the top rope, and he's like, oh, I got this now. Out of nowhere, using his core muscles, Drew McIntyre just goes up, grabs Seth, and throws him across the ring from the top turnbuckle. I've never seen that before, and that was bloody fantastic. The innovation that Drew is bringing, the workhorse aspect of Seth Rollins, they just meshed so well together, and the ending was fantastic as well. The right man went over. It was a really good match, and it definitely made me excited for which is going to be the best match, the Iron Lad match at Extreme Rules later on today. So, super duper excited for that match because this was the best segment ever this week-ish.
And he's saying Iron Lad instead of Iron Man because it's only 30 minutes. So it's definitely not an adult.
Yeah, not yet.
It's Iron Child. Iron Boy, something like that.
Anyways. I am Iron Lad. Okay.
Anyways, though, if surprised WCPW hasn't done that before. Iron Lad match. Anyways, going to my best segment. Well, yeah, but going into my best segment, it is the tag match for the NXT Tag Team Championship between Mustache Mountains, the champion, versus Undisputed Era, the former champions, doing their cashing in their rematch clause. And this was a really amazing matchup. It kind of had some points where it started off slow, a little bit where they were just kind of beating down Trent Seven. But then they really kind of got you invested in that beatdown. And, you know, Tyler Bates did get in, but he eventually had to, he was, you know, Trent Seven got the tag, and he's outside with the trainer. You know, his leg is completely injured, but Tyler Bates, he ends up getting messed up so much in the ring that he just has to tag him in because he can't stay in the ring. And so they really play off how, you know, they really get you behind Mustache Mountain and get you rooting for them, and the crowd's going crazy by the end of it all. It does have a not necessarily slightly screwy finish, I guess you can say, but it was still a really solid go, and I'll just leave that part, out of this so that you can see for yourself how it ends.
Oh, okay.
But it was a really good matchup. Like I said, you really get into it, and the crowd's hugely into this. They're going crazy in Full Sail University over this, and I'm not. But of course, you know who ended up winning. I'm not going to say how they won, because unlike the WWE, I'm going to keep some things,
close to the chest.
Like
yeah,
spoilers.
not spoil things for you.
Right.
And that's how we're going to go into our next segment, or next category.
Are you serious, WWE?
Yes, because
You want to start?
yeah, because that's going in right into my Are You Serious? Because Are You Serious WWE with telling people about this? As it happened, which was really just a few days away from after the UK tournament, and before it even aired, they went and said, Undisputed Era beats Mustache Mountain to regain their championship, and it's like, are you serious that not only did you put that out there, but you put it out to the notification? So I just got it on my phone. I just popped up, oh, Mustache Mountain loses the title. It's like, oh, okay. Because, like I said, the crowd in there going crazy. And they're going crazy because they don't know who's going to win. And you don't know how it's going to go down. And even in there, you kind of forget, who exactly is going to win. But you still know, at the end of the day, who's going to win. You don't know how it's going to happen, but you know who's going to win. And it takes something from it that I think if you didn't have that, you would have gone crazy, just like the people there, because they didn't know who was going to win. And I think that's really disappointing. And what you doing, WWE? Why you bothered? Why you do that? You don't normally do that with NXT matches, because all of them are taped. You don't normally just go around saying, "Oh, here's the spoilers," So why do it now? Anyways, that's my rant.
Yeah, I'll go straight into mine then, and it is, are you serious, WWE? Okay, I get that you aren't completely 100% keen on all of the call-ups of NXT, but you have the Bludgeon Brothers, and they just go out and they just dominate people. You have AOP, Authors of Pain, go out, dominate people. You have a couple of other times where you have big tag teams that go out, they dominate people. What about Sanity? They should be just winning all of their matches, especially because of their gimmick of being completely insane and reckless. I mean, yeah, their New Day match later on today is going to be fantastic at the tables match.
But it's on a pre-show.
Yeah, I know.
No, that's what I'm saying. Sorry.
But they should have already 2 wins under their belts, 3 wins, 4 wins. It took them 3-4 months to just even appear on the blue brand. Then you give them a loss in their first match against the Usos, and then you give them a second loss in their match between Hell No, New Day, and them teaming up with Bludgeon Brothers. What was the point? They're supposed to come out and just go mental on any and everybody. Not be heels, not be faces. They just do what they want when they want. That's why they were so big and popular and got so over with the crowd in NXT. Because they were just a dominant force that just did whatever they wanted. And now that they're on SmackDown, it's watered down to the point of irrelevancy. And it's so sick and tiresome and sucky. And I'm just sick and tired of it completely.
Can I say something to that?
Seriously, WWE, why? Just give them all the wins from here on out, now. Dang it. You're up.
This pay-per-view is going to be pretty good. It has maybe one bad match in it, and that's the Roman Reigns Bobby Lashley match that I'm not looking forward to. it's WWE does this on Raw. They do this on SmackDown, and they do this on. This isn't really right because I'm not happy one way or the other about it. But it's like your biggest show of the night, WrestleMania, was taken over by beach balls. Nobody cared about Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. We cared about beach balls. Nobody's going to care about Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley because they're all going to be at the snack bar and alcohol booth getting drinks and getting whatever they do with alcohol. So, but why, WWE, are you not good at timing out your matches to where you don't have to make one match shorter than the other? And why do you always have one bad match on a pay-per-view? I could see it maybe on a Raw or SmackDown where you need the little break, but on a pay-per-view, why can't all your matches be good on pay-per-views? The independent circuit can do it just fine. NXT can do it just fine. But not the main roster of WWE. It's sad. It's always going to happen. Until WWE shows me something different, I don't know what to think anymore. Next segment, please, so we can get in a happier mood.
And to be fair, I doubt people are going to be going to get drinks during the Roman Reigns Bobby Lashley match because they normally shut down the drinks by the end of the pay-per-views. So you can't get drinks during the main event because they're all closed, and the snacks as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
it's gonna be,
and
that's another thing about Moran. It's gonna be a bad night if that's the main event. I'm sorry.
That's the main event.
WWE cannot put a card together to save their life for a pay-per-view. I'm sorry. What's the next segment, please?
WWE Championship's going to go on first. That's the Spider.
Our next segment is Book It Yourself, where we take a topic and, well, we book it ourselves. Because we sure as heck do not trust the WWE main roster to do it.
Like a Vince McMahon. But anyways, you DJ had an interesting booking idea. What did you want to tell us?
Take one NXT star that I don't know, but just take one NXT star and move them on up to the main roster.
Okay.
Raw, SmackDown, even 205 Live, I'll put in there.
We have a lot of guys 205 Live.
Really?
Yep.
On NXT, that's cool.
That'd be a lateral move.
Yeah, it's not moving up. It's moving to the side.
I wonder if they at least get paid more.
Don't know. Probably getting paid the same amount as NXT. But did you want to start it since it is your booking?
Yeah, I guess I'll. I think Ciampa would be a good heel if WWE would use him right. You can move him on up, and he could fight. Like AJ Styles maybe. Him and AJ Styles would be in a good match, or him and Seth Rollins. Seth as the face, and him as the heel. You could even team him up with like a Kevin Owens or a Brey Wyatt maybe. Even though Bray's a face right now. But
he's something right now.
But, just there's so many different ways you go with him as a heel. Now, will they keep him as a heel? I doubt WWE would do that, but I would do that. I would do a lot of things WWE wouldn't do, like keep everybody the same way you trained them to keep them. I mean, it's just weird that. But I would take Ciampa and put him as a heel on either Raw or SmackDown. Probably SmackDown, because SmackDown doesn't have a lot of talent.
How about bring him in for a feud against The Undertaker to pay back how he got beat up by The Undertaker like a long time ago?
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know
This just got brought in as a jobber to be as, what is it, Muhammad Hassan's lawyer? Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Didn't even look like him at all.
Because he had hair.
He had hair and no beard. so bizarre looking.
Who's next?
Yeah, the person I would take would be the entirety of Undisputed Era. That's right. Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong, and Adam Cole.
Baby.
And move them all to 205 Live.
No, I move them all up to the Raw roster. The Raw roster needs something to shake up to shock the system. And Undisputed Era is just the faction to do it. I would also have them keep all of the belts, the tag teams, get the NXT Championship, have the North American Championship as well, and move up with them to give them that extra credit, and then basically go on a similar run of Kevin Owens, except not ultimately lose the rubber match, just win Intercontinental, win the Raw Tag Teams, win the Universal title, and just be this ultimate faction. And yeah, like a couple months later, they end up losing their NXT stuff, so that way they fully transition into the main roster. But you have a credible threat with champions coming in and invading the right way, and then you have a really, really awesome feuds for championships that it would just be great. These guys are some of the most charismatic and well-loved of the NXT crowd. And I know when I saw Adam Cole, baby, stand up, grab the North American Championship from the ladder, and win that match, I stood up on my couch and I screamed Adam Cole, baby, because I was excited. And yeah, this is exactly the route I would go. That's how I'd book, and they'd just be a dominant faction and force.
That would be pretty awesome.
That's my booking.
Good job.
Okay, my booking. You go SummerSlam. We go to we can say the night before SummerSlam, you finish the Dakota Kai story arc and have her beat Shayna to win the championship. The next night, SummerSlam, you have Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey, as we're expecting it's going to be. Ronda beats Alexa. She's celebrating in the middle of the ring. And then who comes out? Shayna Baszler, looking like, clapping her on. They get a hug, and she holds up, Ronda's arm. Then Ronda, they kind of go back down. Ronda kind of like starts to walk off, but it's like, nope, still holding on to the arm. Bam! Takes her out, puts her in an arm bar, ruins Ronda Rousey's big moment. And that's Shayna moving up to the main roster, going right into the big feud with Ronda Rousey. I don't necessarily know who you want to go with that for winning it. Probably Ronda, because she's the bigger star, yeah, but I would think it's a great early start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Get her a nice hot feud to go with. Start off her title run.
I just want to see Ember Moon beat the champion right now, or keep it on Alexa. I know it's not happening, but that's what I want. So yeah, that's been five categories, right?
That was quick.
Five time categories.
Yes, indeed.
I do spin over correct one.
I like it.
I don't know.
No.
I'll contact Booker. No guarantee he's going to actually answer or show up, but I'll contact him.
Category 6.
All right, next is, what do you think? Where we have a question and we present it to these guys. Well, and I have a question. I present it to these guys, and you'll see. All right, mine is not WWE related for the first time in my, what do you think, career, and it is New Japan Pro Wrestling. What do you think about all these dangerous and crazy moves that these guys decide to do with serious repercussions?
Okay, I'll go in to explain the Phoenix Plex to everyone, which is the move that Takahashi got hurt on. You bring up the guy into a powerbomb position, take their head down to, take their head down and put them in kind of a package position, then do a bridge backwards to land them on their shoulders. What happened in the match there is that Dragon Lee seemingly lost his grip and ended up flinging Takahashi out, landing him on top of his head. So that's the background information for that. And for it, I would say, it's a dangerous maneuver because he messed it up, but he has done it lots of times before. He's done it to Takahashi lots of times before in their matches together. And he's never really had this incident happen before. And the thing is that you can get injured on nearly any move. I've heard of people dislocating a shoulder off of an arm drag. There's, of course, people who, Stone Cold broke his neck off of a pile driver, which was a staple move for decades. And still used today. There's power bombs you can break your neck or back on, and concussion from it. It's nearly anything you can injure yourself if done wrong.
I mean, WWE doesn't let you do as much as New Japan or these independent wrestling companies let you do, but they're signing a contract. They know what they're getting into when they do this. Just like football players, they know what they're getting into when they go play football. I mean, you're going to get hurt. There's an 80% chance you're getting hurt. One way or the other. Might not be long-lasting injuries. It might not take you out for next week, but you're going to get hurt in some shape or form. Might just be...
The pile driver got banned for a while.
And now it's back. But I mean...
That's when you saw using last rights as his maneuver.
I thought about it. I thought... some of these moves should be banned, but then I thought about it again. I said, they know what they're getting into when they do this.
Yeah.
What's your take on it?
I mean, you even have other ones. The Muscle Buster, for instance, some Samoa Joe has used hundreds of times by now. He miscalculated it on a Tyson Kidd, landing him on his neck, and a brutal back injury could have almost killed Tyson Kidd, really. And it's not necessarily the most dangerous move. It's just, done wrong. A Styles Clash, if done wrong, can badly injure someone. I don't think there's any move out there that, if not done wrong, that you can injure someone in. People talk about even, say, the leg drop from Hulk Hogan, saying it's an unbelievable finisher. If you actually did, a big 300-pound man like Hulk Hogan landed his leg on your neck like that, you won't be able to breathe. Let's just say that.
You talk about.
So if he did that, if he just messed that up, it's like, accidentally landed right directly on it, you could have killed someone.
Liam, you talk about moves that are pretty easy to do but could hurt you. Didn't Seth Rollins get hurt just by trying to jump outside the ring off the top rope?
He got hurt going for the sunset flip powerbomb into the running buckle buster. But yeah, he just flipped forward, landed on his feet incorrectly, and got injured via that way.
That's a pretty easy move for him, knowing that he's done it a few hundred times. So yeah, anything can happen in the ring. So you want to go next, Ryan?
I'll let you go next.
Okay, my question to y'all is going to be a little bit about my rant. WWE had their first pay-per-view branded together since they went back to one Raw and one SmackDown. I forgot which one it was exactly. It was the one right after WrestleMania. They started at 7 Central Time, 8 Eastern. Backlash. And that one went almost to midnight. Eastern Time. The next one, Money in the Bank, they went to 6 o'clock and still went to 10:30. Or maybe not that long, but still went over. What do y'all think WWE should or could do to make the pay-per-views, make every match still likable, but also keep within the time limit?
What they need to do is understand that not every match that's in a feud has to be on that pay-per-view. That you can have a feud going and they just don't do that pay-per-view and just do the next one. Also, I mean, that's really kind of the biggest thing. If they just do that, like for
Yeah.
instance, you don't need that. You don't
You
need
don't need-
overall Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin.
No.
But if you wanted to build that up, you could save that for the next pay-per-view, SummerSlam, and just build up the storyline going, and not worry about having a match this soon. And
it came out of nowhere.
And the match will have more behind it, more so than I'm good looking and you're tall, you know. And they would have more behind it, and you know you wouldn't have to waste all that time for this pay-per-view today.
Well, look at even on the pre-card. I know this is my thing to y'all, but the New Day Insanity even they didn't even build that up really.
Yeah, I mean they just got to remember that they don't have to have every match that has a feud on every
That makes
pay-per-view. They can spread it out.
Yeah, just take off Finn and Baron off of this. Bring Sanity New Day to the main card. And take out.
I mean, I know you want to say Roman versus Lashley, but
If Roman wins, yes, take that match out. If Bobby Lashley wins, you keep it.
they could take that. If they took that out and built it more up for SummerSlam, it could have actually been a bigger thing.
Yeah.
And be actual main event worthy and not just be put in the main event, which is going to be
A Snorefest. But yeah,
So that's your thing.
Yeah,
Just
I would
take
say
matches
take,
out?
like Liam said, take some matches out, reposition the card better, and also understand that you don't have to have every single match 15 to 30 minutes long.
Right.
We need some short, fast-paced matches to get us going. Look at
Andrade, sorry.
Look how the last takeover started. Out of nowhere, fast-paced action between Undisputed Era and
Lone Orkin and Danny Burch.
That's the ones. Orkin and Burch.
It was still kind of a long match, though.
No, it was still kind of a long match, but it was going by so fast that it's just boom, boom, boom.
That helps the pacing of it, yeah.
Yeah, and then you bring in the slower matches, which probably wasn't as long as that match, but it's slower, it's more methodical, and you're actually able to breathe again until the main event, where it's just like coming at you full force. Holy crud! I think Tommaso Ciampa is dead. Okay, he survived that. How did he survive that? It's just you have to be able to not only put the card in the correct, like the matches in the correct position on the card, but also time it a lot better. Have different paces, have different flavors. Because when it's all the same thing, like at Backlash, it's really bloody boring.
Yeah, and if you have the ability to write a feud for everyone, you get to fix this problem. You get to fix the problem for the shows as well, because this doesn't have to be on every episode. You don't have to have Hardy versus Nakamura or building that feud every single episode. If you have everyone doing something, you can have this week. These guys have their feuds and they're building that up. That's the next week. These guys have their feuds, and it's paced everything more.
It sounds like you're talking about
New Japan.
NXT.
Yeah. NXT has also helped because they have tapings too, so you can't have guys go out there and do a whole bunch of matches in the same night.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, you have to give feuds to everyone else, and then you have other people doing their stuff one week, and then next week a whole different set of people, and you don't have to see
it. That makes it more fun to watch too.
Yeah, you don't have to see everyone this week after week after week, the same exact people starting at the same exact way. Especially if you're Roman and Lashley starting off every Raw.
Nice, they did a pretty cool start to Raw where it's just Roman walk in and they have a long tracking shot, and then Bobby Lashley just standing in front of him out of nowhere.
And it's like, why didn't you tag me in, bro?
That
should be a spot.
I hope you call me out, because when you do, if you do, I'm just going to beat you up. That's basically all it was. Called them out, start beating each other up. Very, very, very limited talking. which was smart on WWE's part because neither man's the best on the mic.
I just really hope that a spot during their match is like Roman, like Bobby just laid out Roman, and then like he drives into the corner and like he goes to the outside and just like tags himself in. I was like, was that hard? Was it that hard?
You're trying to give WWE way too much credit here, bro. Come on, Liam, you know better than that.
What's yours then?
Oh, mine is about which one was he gonna do?
I remember your joke one, but I don't remember your actual one.
I had two actual ones though. That was.
Oh, okay, that wasn't a joke one. Gotcha.
No, there was a joke one. Then it was two actual.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gosh.
I guess I'll just talk about. I'll talk about the thing that we definitely know instead of the one that's just rumored.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about ROH and New Japan coming together and actually getting the show in Madison Square Garden?
Oh, yeah.
Finally, someone takes it to WWE and wins. That's going to make WWE have to step it up. Yeah, they were able to do a show at Madison Square Garden not too long ago for a little special house event. But it also is just like, hey, New Japan, these guys are massive right now, especially in Japan. ROH, we've been teaming up with New Japan for quite some time now. We are not scared of you anymore, WWE. You can't bully us anymore, WWE.
Since Sinclair bought them, they should have no fear of WWE, since Sinclair is a much bigger company. So they can definitely throw their weight around better than WWE does.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where it's like,
sorry. I could add also that part of the story is that Madison Square Garden felt burned by WWE because they found out that they're not hosting any events at WrestleMania weekend at Madison Square Garden, but instead hosting it at Brooklyn, which is their rivals. So
good on Madison Square Garden for being like, all right, you saying all this, these guys over here throwing their weight saying you don't even have anything planned, and the stuff you do have planned is somewhere else. No, come on ROH, come on New Japan, let's be friends.
The hard part is, I think ratings are going to be down a little bit for this show. I know they're really good, but NXT has been so good, and they're on the same night as NXT. I don't agree with that. I mean, ROH this year wasn't even on the same night as NXT, was it?
Yeah, it is.
It was? Well, I know it's hard to put everything in its place, but I just wish there was some way ROH and New Japan could put their stuff on a different night. It's a whole week. Put it on a Thursday night or a Friday night instead of Saturday night. Because I think NXT is just going to take over. I hate to say it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, NXT does love to take over things.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're going to have quite a big roster. I think they've already named, definitely Omega there, but I think they've also said Naito's going to be there.
Ooh, Naito.
Yeah. They had a promo at the G1.
Did I do it right this time?
Yeah. It's
thank goodness.
They didn't confuse with Tanahashi.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh,
but they've already had a commercial for it at the G1 Climax the first night.
Oh, they're already talking about it. Well in advance. So they'll be fine. Their New Japan Pro Wrestling / Ring of Honor loyals are gonna stay with them versus WWE.
Yeah,
versus NXT.
Every year they've been doing a bigger and bigger show with the Supercard, and they've been doing better and better numbers every year. So, I mean, if they did move to Friday, they would have to watch out. I mean, how can they compete against the Hall of Fame?
Really? All right. Next segment.
The final segment of the show. It's our mailbag, and I have this really.
We got a couple of ears.
And give me one quick second.
What's that? What's that I'm hearing? Okay. Yeah, it's a question. Was directed at me,
Okay.
saying, "Hey Liam, what do you think is going? Do you think Extreme Rules is going to be better than the first night of the G1 Climax?" And I'm saying no so far.
Yeah, why not?
Because the first night was a really, really good night there.
I don't know who said that question, but shit, anything's better than WWE.
I mean, I don't think the Plague is better than WWE. It's a toss-up. We'll have to do some research.
I think good tag name.
Either
good tag team stable, the actual Four Horsemen. So you got like Death, War,
Pestilence,
and Famine. Yes.
Oh gosh.
You can be famine because you're skinny.
I guess you're Death because you like metal.
Yeah, sure.
You're War because you like to cause a war.
Okay.
I guess at least Francesca
As
as...
petulance, yes.
What's your question?
Well, that's sad. To answer the question, I can't really say anything about the G1 Climax, but I can say a thing about the G1 Special. There's no way Extreme Rules is going to top what we saw last week. Man,
Could any
at all, dude.
Weirdly enough, I believe that main event had more Extreme Rules than we probably going to see tonight. And it wasn't even an Extreme Rules match.
That one, Jay White and Juice Robinson, and what was the one right before that? Well, the other championship.
The Tag Team Championship?
I guess so, yeah. Well, Tag Team Champions in there is a little bit looser rules than in WWE. But yeah, those two were like super extreme, and the extreme rules that we're going to get probably aren't going to be that extreme, unfortunately.
I think Omega and Cody wasn't even an Extreme Rules matchup. The ref just didn't call anything.
Red Shoes likes to allow them to just go at it. He's great.
It's like, okay, table, a giant ladder in the middle of the ring. I see nothing wrong with this.
A cast, that's a no-no. Table, go for it. You haven't seen anything from New Japan except for that one match.
No.
And
I was half asleep for that.
That's sad.
You remember that?
It's such a great match. But yeah,
that's just his heel talking. It's not. He doesn't mean that seriously.
Yeah. So.
Can you not see what that question was?
Okay, so why do people clap when someone gets thrown through a table asking for a friend? That's a very weird question to ask because everyone knows that it's Carnage, and Carnage is fun. Just watch our live reactions to G1 Special. All the Carnage he was enjoying. But look at that smile right there. Oh, Takahashi, and that's the one I was thinking of. That was an Extreme Rules match, but it wasn't an Extreme Rules match. That was scary as heck.
Because people love tables.
But yeah, a table spot is just a fun spot to just watch. When you get to see Cody getting double stomped through the table by Kenny, it just looks really cool.
And then it doesn't break.
No, that's when he gets thrown.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Oh, that was scary. I think he died.
What's that? What's that person that I'm hearing? Okay. The question was, do you think there's a lot of fans that kind of seemingly don't get the storyline and kind of suck because of that?
No.
Yes.
I've definitely seen a lot of, especially when it comes to, like, say, the Gargano and Ciampa one, the last one. It seems like, I don't know why you guys cheering all around here. It's supposed to be kind of an emotional thing. And you're supposed to be thinking, oh, Gargano's really taking him to an edge, like he shouldn't be going down. And there's a lot of times with that where it's like, I don't know, it just seems like they're just kind of happily cheering along.
Is that a bad thing?
And yeah, because it doesn't fit the story that they're trying to tell. So it just feels like maybe they're just going over their heads.
Yeah, there's so many times where stories are just so intricate, and then fans are just.
But are fans worn out? Are fans worn out by the way WWE actually does the storylines to where they don't care anymore, and they just don't watch them?
I'm talking about the people who are live watching it as it's unfolding. And yeah, that was just with one fan who's a bloody awesome fan who's always getting it right is long hair guy. Like he's always getting it on the main roster. Super NXT fan. He's a different breed of fan.
Yeah, he's always into it. He's always booing the heels, always cheering the faces. That's always his thing. He's always into the storyline as it's going on.
And long hair guy the same way, always booing the heels, cheering for the faces.
And there's definitely a small tendency, and normally I don't go for that. I never like the idea of people saying, you only cheering for them because they're heel. No, you're cheering for them because they actually have likable tendencies, and you like them even
like
though they're
cool, baby.
Yeah.
But some people,
but the thing is, it's like there's a lot of times where the fans can get into the idea of they're going to take over a night to take it over, and then they're going to be chanting "We are awesome," and then people are going to talk about them.
But some people like heels.
However, the fact that Elias got an entire group of people to chant "We are awful" was great.
What people liked the who was it? The Shield when it first came out.
No, they got booed.
Huh?
They got booed at first.
They did?
When it came out to beat up Undertaker, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so, but I mean, still.
I mean, I'm not saying that they always have to. Yeah, if they want people to boo heels, then they have to just make them heels by comparison and make the faces more likable, and that's kind of the problem. But the whole thing is more people going in and
the one I can't get is the Rusev one. He's a heel, or he's supposed to be playing a heel right now, and they're liking him.
It's just more when it comes to more more detailed storylines, where it seems like people just kind of happily cheering along with it and not thinking more of the implications and reacting to it, or they chanting irrelevant stuff to it.
Yeah, fans can be jerks sometimes. Here's a really fun question. So can someone tell me the difference between the Big Show's knockout punch and a standard punch? That's a fun question. Big. Yeah. And then the other is Big Show's punch. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, he's a big dude. I would not want to be punched by Big Show.
Yeah. And you also got to remember, he can't do any of his other finishers.
Yeah. I mean, he might now be able to do a little bit more since he
lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
He did. Cool. He looks good. I'll have to give him that. Anything else?
Yeah, we have a final question.
All right.
What's your favorite pizza toppings? That's not a wrestling-related question, you guys, but we'll answer it anyway.
Sausage.
Apparently it's sausage.
And not links.
Yeah, Italian sausage.
Dude, breakfast sausage?
What?
You put like breakfast sausage patties on your pizza?
Oh my god.
I've done that. I've eaten breakfast pizza before.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's like most sausage that you put on pizza is in links.
Oh, I didn't know.
Like Italian
I'm trying not to be sexual there.
Okay. I really like Italian sausage on my pizza with some pepperoni and some pineapple. That's right, everybody. I am pro pineapple.
Wow, that's...
You can get over it.
That's awesome.
You can unsubscribe at the...
What's yours?
Don't unsubscribe. Don't you dare.
What's yours?
You subscribe and you eat that pineapples.
Yeah, I like pepperoni and really meat lovers. I like all meat lovers.
Woohoo!
As long as you get meat.
Yes.
kind of like pepperoni, but it's pink.
Okay.
I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't know either.
Yeah, so usually this is when we end it, and we're only at 10 minutes over. That's so cool, you guys.
Or we're not ending.
However, we have one more quick little anecdote. What do you think about Extreme Rules? Why do I keep wanting to call this bloody pay-per-view Elimination Chamber? I've been wanting to do this for the past month.
Dude,
What do we
What do you
think?
think about elimination rules?
Elimination. I love elimination rules. This is my favorite rules. I want a elimination table match. I want it so bad.
How about an entire elimination pay-per-view?
Yeah.
And you still have singles matches. They'll just be elimination singles matches.
I don't
Which
know
is
how
the
that
same
works.
as a regular singles match, but you put elimination in front of it.
I don't know how
okay.
that works, but we'll go with it. Yeah, but Extreme Rules.
That would have been
What-
a good idea for a pay-per-view as an entire gauntlet match.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, a 3-hour-long gauntlet match.
What? Where people just keep coming in the match?
And then you just let Seth Rollins go for the whole 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, crud. But
They can do that when they vacate the title. That'll be the new Universal title with 3-hour-long gauntlet.
oh my gosh.
All right. Who's
Yeah. So because today is a pay-per-view day, we have a little special
I was
thing.
thinking it's National Ice Cream Day.
Yes, it is.
Can you give me some cookies and cream?
Wait, we
After this, yeah.
Yes,
we go
awesome.
we go get rolled ice cream.
I don't know what that is.
Fried ice cream rolled up.
Oh, screw that. No, just regular bloody
Oh, well,
regular
I'm gonna go to that
bloody
place and get rolled ice
cookies and cream, please. That's all I want. Okay, so we have one quick segment on pay-per-view, and this is the first time we actually did an episode of Shooting with the Smarky Family,
Yes.
where the pay-per-view is coming up after in 4 hours. So here we go. And we're going back live at 5:30, by the way, just to let you guys know.
Be there.
Or B, Roman Reigns.
Be there or be Octagon.
Okay, so dang it, it's Extreme Rules. It's Extreme Rules, everybody. 3 questions are: what do you think is going to be the show overall? He likes to grade things, so we'll let him grade his predictions grade.
Yes.
What do you think is going to be your favorite match or the best match of the night? We already know the obvious answer, so we'll do the second best. And what do you think will be the outcomes for future storylines? Liam, you get to go first.
I would say, I think some of that predictive grading is how I got bad grades in high school. You know, like they just predicted that it's going to be an F without even looking at it. That's my excuses. But anyways, it's questionable how this is going to turn out because they have some good opportunities and some not so good opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
The second best match of the night is going to be I would either say the tables match or the Sin Cara Almas match.
Okay.
Because that could also
Pre-show matches. Ooh.
Yeah,
both of
those
them
are
pre-show
good
matches.
polls.
I agree with you on that.
And that's kind of an interesting thing because that's so last minute that we got to pick it, but
Yeah.
most everyone else I've seen online did
Has not.
Yeah,
I
You know why? Because they don't
it was so last minute.
look good like that.
And the best match of the night you think is going to be?
The Iron Boy match.
Yes. And the last bit of the implications of storylines going on to the future.
So Roman Reigns going for the Universal Championship.
Again?
Yes, Ronda feuding with Alexa Bliss. And I feel they're going to have to break up with Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre coming from this.
Already.
I mean, I hear a lot of people go that. It's like, oh, you think they're going to break them up that quick?
Yeah.
It's like, it's the WWE. That's what they do.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they've been around this long together and haven't broken up. So,
True.
don't know what they're going to do with Sanity, Bludgeon Brothers. I don't know if they're going to do a feuding with Team Hell No or not, or just going to break them up and move on there. People speculate The Miz. I think that's not going to happen. I don't think we're going to see that.
Alright. You're up.
The pre-show is gonna get an A+. I could go almost 7 stars with the pre-show. I think the pre-show is going to be that good. The card, in A. I think the worst match tonight is going to be Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. The best match of the night will be one of the 2 pre-show matches, or if I can't pick one on pre-show, but the best match tonight on the main card is going to be
second best on the main card.
Second best first, okay.
Because we already know the best match is going to be.
The second bet, let me see.
We know you want to say it. Just say it.
Just say Corbin and Baylor. Irish Steve.
Who's BB?
Bludgeon Brothers?
Versus female, no.
That could be a good match. That's my second best match.
Okay.
Because there's nothing else that excites me here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Daniel Bryan gives you that fast-paced excitement to rev up the match. It might start out with Kane and one of the Bludgeon Brothers, but then Daniel Bryan will come in later in the match and make it exciting again. You start out slow, then you go fast, and then maybe you go to slow again to end the match. I don't know.
I'd probably say Daniel's going to start.
You think so?
Give Kane the hot tag.
Okay, I could see that.
It'd be funny if they flipped that on their head and gave Daniel the hot tag.
It'd be even funnier if they gave the Pyro the hot tag. It's like, where's Daniel Bryan? Kane's not in the corner. And it's just, boom, and the fire comes out, and then the fire goes into the ring.
Yep.
And beats up the Bludgeon Brothers.
I feel like, what is up with you and fire today, bro?
I know, man. What's yours? Overall, I think this
our budget
in now the future.
Our budget expanded to include Pyro now. So.
Wait, what'd you say?
Yay, Pyro.
No, I agree with everything Liam said for the future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
I agree
cool.
that Ronda Rousey will mess up some way. James Ellsworth is going to find some way to screw up that match. Maybe the AJ Styles match might be a good one. I don't know where they're going with that storyline. It's just weird. I think all the storylines are gonna go somewhere. The only couple that I can see is the Ronda Rousey and maybe the Miz. If the Miz finds some way to get in there, I doubt that's gonna happen because Liam was telling me something about a baseball thing he's doing beforehand, so he probably won't be there. But those are the only 2 I can see that would mess up their feuds. The other ones, maybe the feuds are going a little longer.
All the people speculating those rumors about the Miz just wanted to see the Miz versus Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say from the way Daniel Bryan reacted to that interview, where he says that he doesn't trust WWE with long-term plans, it definitely sounds like there wasn't any plan set up at all right now.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, that's sad. So overall, I think the show is going to be middle of the road.
Okay.
Wait, one
Asuka,
side of the road is Backlash, and the other side of the road is
Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
Basically. See Carmella, that match with Asuka not being as good as it should, story-wise or in ring. Unfortunately, I don't see Bobby and Roman actually doing the right kind of match, which is just beating the holy crud out of each other, and which is going to be a slow, boring Roman Reigns match. And I don't see me very much liking what they're going to do to My Little Miss Bliss. But
I thought you were going with Little Pony there. My Little Pony.
no,
I can't beat My Little Pony up.
No, Rainbow
Take her
Dash,
title.
go away.
Is that Ronda?
No, I think Rhonda is Pinkie Pie because of how she just snaps and just goes crazy.
I guess so.
Yeah, I think Rainbow Dash would probably be Alexa Bliss because of her rainbow hair.
Cool.
I don't really know personalities on the show except for Pinkie Pie, unfortunately. But yeah, the second best match of the night I think is going to be Shinsuke, and even though he's injured, Jeff Hardy.
You think so?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think they can pull off some pretty good stuff.
With
Shinsuke, even though
They're
he's
gonna have
taking
some
a hard
creative
stop.
low blows in that match. match?
I hope not. But Shinsuke is, even though he is King of Hardstyle, he knows how to work safe and he knows how to put on a decent match with someone who isn't 100%. He's done that with AJ Styles before, and I think they're going to be fine. If it's not them, it's definitely going to be what you said, the tables match, because they're just going to go all out and go mental. But yeah, and then when it comes to the future, I'm actually thinking instead of breaking them up, they team up and okay, I want to see the last match be the Iron Lad match because everyone knows that's going to be the best match of the night. But what I want to see after that match, Dolph Ziggler retains. Drew McIntyre gets on the mic. He's like, "So I want to formally make a challenge to the deleters of world. You think you're so great, but you're not. We're coming for that tag team titles."
We're gonna mess you up like a sheep.
No, they're not going to say that. And then the challenge is there, and then it's like, well, look at what they've been able to do in the tag division already. They said they're coming for those tag titles a month before Dolph Ziggler, and they win at SummerSlam. The tag titles, they win at SummerSlam. That's what I want, which starts all the way until next SummerSlam, with them holding all the belts. That's what I'm hoping. It's not happening, but that's what I'm hoping. Hoping that Rusev can come out of this okay, but
He's not gonna.
I'm not looking very optimistic to the future. of WWE
After the
right
match is
now.
over, Rusev has to go up and said, "Looks like it's AJ Styles Day."
Oh,
Kind of like what Asuka after Charlotte.
yeah.
So what's
But here's how to do the Carmella Asuka match. Have Asuka win. James Ellsworth sneaks his way out of the Shark Cage, gets down there, it's about to bash Asuka because the ref's out. But then, boom, a second Ellsworth shows up. But it's actually Lil Shari in a costume. She whips off the costume, does an awkward wink to the camera, and Asuka takes out Ellsworth, takes out Carmella, and gets the win.
Let's not have that happen. Let's not make more of a joke of Asuka than what WWE's already done. Why didn't she win at WrestleMania? Like, all she had to do was win at WrestleMania. That's all she had to do. That's all she had to do.
But then to be fair,
so?
That's all she had
she
to do.
would have gotten cashed in on Asuka. Carmella that next night.
So
And
what's
then
your
you just bring Carmella to the dang it.
Anyways, so that's it, huh?
Yeah, that's basically the show.
All
That's
right.
basically our quick 2 cents, because you've already seen our prediction videos and everything else about Extreme Rules. Haha, got it right that time. So, yeah.
It's actually elimination rules.
Oh,
You messed it up.
dang it.
It's okay. It's okay.
You'll get it eventually.
One day. I'm just going to wait till this pay-per-view is over so I can just focus on SummerSlam. At least it won't screw up
Survivor
SummerSlam.
Series.
Hey.
God dang it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. You know what to do. Give us those sexy, sexy likes.
And the unsexy ones.
Don't forget to share to all of your friends.
And your enemies.
And if you like what we do, please, please hit that subscribe button so that way you are a part of the Smarky family. After that, what do they do, DJ?
Hit the notifications button.
Why do they do that, Liam?
So you can get notified for when we go live. We go live for most pay-per-views. Nearly all WWE pay-per-views and also pay-per-views outside of WWE, including New Japan, Impact, MLW. Are we still trying to do that one?
Yes, we are, which is next Thursday. Next Thursday, MLW. Next Sunday, Slammiversary. We'll try to get to one of the other houses.
And we also
on
go
those
live
days.
on Sundays at 1 p.m.
Central
Until
time.
whenever we feel like stopping.
Central Time. 1
Central
p.m. Central
time.
Time.
Yeah, and
We're
it's,
shooting with the Smarky families, which is you're watching right now.
yes, that is exactly what you're watching right now. It's only been 1:30, which is the amount of time we
2:30.
well, we started late.
Oh,
We've only
yeah.
been live for an hour and 24 minutes.
No, that's not
So we're
bad.
doing exactly what we wanted to do
Right.
on pay-per-view days. Somehow we did it, you guys.
That was quick.
Yeah, where do we follow you, Liam?
You can follow me on Twitter at Liam_SWA.
You can follow me on Twitter at IsaJ_STP.
I walk away. That's how many.
You can follow him out the room.
Yeah, follow him out the room. Just watch all of his videos. We will be
Don't worry,
having
we'll
a lot of
get him a
videos.
fake account.
We're going to be having a lot of videos uploaded to catch up with the stuff before Extreme Rules. I had a really rough 2 weeks. I'm not going to put that out on there for you guys. But everything will be golden. And if you know anybody who wants to sponsor us, if you know anyone who wants to sponsor us or whatever, just send them our way. Send them our way.
They're kind of crazy for doing it.
I don't care how crazy. Hey, be crazy. If you are at a point in your life where you're being crazy and you want to sponsor us, we encourage it. We highly, highly encourage it. You will not regret it. Maybe we'll try to get a little thing at Pro Wrestling Tees. I'll look into that.
That's what we call Pro Wrestling Tees. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was nice. That was nice. I gotta give you those props. Oh gosh, that was great. And be on the lookout. Of course, we have all of our videos.
Yes.
Our Was It Worth It,
Yes.
which is our review show.
Mm-hmm.
We also have our live podcast, which you're watching right now.
Yes.
We have our predictions and discussions.
Oh yeah.
We have our live reactions to pay-per-views,
Right.
like we've been saying.
Mm-hmm.
However, there is a new show coming on the channel that Liam and I are going to be doing.
Yes.
It is called our Fantasy
Booking. That was what
Give me one quick second.
Fantasy
one for, like,
booking something.
Fantasy Booking Championship.
I
or
think
something?
so. I think you're
Just
right
do that.
there. I think you're right there. I have the title right here on my book. In my book. On my book, in my book, everywhere. It is the Fantasy Promotion Championships with Liam and Issa. That's going to happen really, really soon. And we have our
Draft. Video.
thank you. We have our draft video all filmed, and it's going to be edited down really, really soon for you guys. And we are about to film the points and get a system set up of how we are going to choose who we're going to choose. You're going to have a lot of fun. It's for the new Smart Wrestling Alliance Intercontinental Championship. And once other Smarky family members, okay, he is listening, actually starts watching stuff outside of the WWE,
I'm here.
he'll be able to join in and compete for a different championship, because unless Baron Corbin wins, he's probably not getting this one. So that's literally the truth. Baron Corbin is the only pick we have different. So
Yeah, that's different. I thought he picked Baylor.
I did.
no, you picked Corbin.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
I'm pretty sure you did. So anyways, you guys, thank you again so much for watching, and until... Huh?
I don't think he did. I don't know if he sent him. No, he didn't.
I
send
picked
him.
Corbin.
You picked
Told
Corbin?
you.
Oh, okay.
That's literally the only difference we have.
Okay.
So anyways, we have 3 differences, by the way.
Yeah,
Anyways, come back tonight. Come back tonight at 5:30 when we go live again. To 30.
You might have to go early tonight for the 2. They got 2 matches.
It's not gonna. Well, we don't have to go live for both matches.
Okay, that's fine.
Just the Sanity
Yeah, that's
Weekend
fine.
match. It's about to storm, you guys. Come back at 5:30 when we go live for Extreme Rules. And thanks again so much for watching. Until next time, it will be awesome.
Probably. I can't say that word.
He botched
Probably.
probably.
Yes.
But it's okay.
Probably. I probably watched it.
For some
Is
reason,
that
I've been...
copyrighted?
Oh, crud, it might be.
Good job, Reese.